It's a beautiful day out here today. For it only being like 35 degrees, it's a beautiful day. Beautiful, beautiful day. And them 48ers are still mad. They're still trying to attack us. But they don't know. We grew up in the trenches, bro. Hey, whatever y'all can do, try to do, don't affect us. Y'all messing with the wrong ones today, boy. We are the wrong ones. Yisra'el, y'all do not want no smoke from over here. No, you do not. They are starting to find out. They are starting to find out that us over here, we are a different breed. We are not going to sit there and go back and forth with you. We just going to pack you out. Get you up out of here. Plain and simple. That's it. Come over here bumping your gums. You got this kind of proof. You got this kind of study from Harvard and this study, that study. Show me some DNA. Show me your DNA. How about that? How about that one? Show me your DNA. I'll show you mine. Dude want to come over here and talk about we this and we that. No, stop with the we because you ain't did shit. You haven't did nothing yourself. So where's the we coming from? You didn't excavate nothing. You didn't find nothing. You don't match nothing except what's coming out of the Rhineland. So what are you talking about this we stuff? You have, this dude provided not 1 ounce, not one shred of evidence. I told him all day yesterday, provide some evidence. He provided a link to Wiki. Bro, are you serious right now? Are you serious? Well, Wiki link, my guy? Well, here's a study for Harvard. No, I said DNA. He still ain't posted no DNA. I said post it up somewhere, bro. Give me a link. Send me a link. You can go to my channel and see it all mine. Hell, I'll even repost it on Reddit, especially just for you. Then he want to change the subject. Well, how's your morning going? No. Bring it back. Bring it on back. Where that DNA at? Where that DNA at? Oh, what it is, he's scared to show all that step DNA. Yes, step DNA. STEPPE. That is not Levant DNA. That's step DNA, fool. Step DNA means you ain't who you say you are. Yeah, exactly. That's why y'all don't want to show y'all DNA. That's why it's illegal in Israel to do DNA. Because y'all have step DNA. Uh-huh. Y'all don't want to admit that one though, huh? Don't want to admit that one. Ashamed as hell of that one. But y'all think we stupid over here. Y'all think we don't know that. I done see so much of y'all DNA. It's insane. It's insane. Y'all can't even deny to me what's in y'all DNA because I done seen so much of it. But y'all try it anyways, thinking somebody's stupid, and then I gotta break down y'all own DNA to y'all. I have to break down y'all own history to y'all. Where y'all actually came from. Shit that y'all don't even know. Because your ancestors lied to you. And you were stupid enough to not look up your own history, and you fell for it. Even though it don't make no sense. Make that make sense. But y'all are so smart and so bright, huh? So smart and so bright. Y'all a bunch of dumbasses. A bunch of dumbasses. And the ones that's being all butthurt about it, the ones that's being all butthurt, that's what y'all are, a bunch of losers. If the roles were reversed, yeah, are we gonna be a little upset about it? Yes. Are we gonna troll through the internet, through people's TikTok channels, through people's YouTube channels and make little snide comments? No. We might get on there and make some comments, but as soon as somebody say come up with some proof, bam, here you go. Let's talk about it. But no, not y'all. Not y'all. Y'all know y'all have no evidence, but still want to talk crap. Like some little P-boys. But produce no evidence. None whatsoever. Do all that gum bumping on the net, but ain't got no kind of evidence. Nothing tangible. Nothing credible. Nothing you can hold in your hands except for some played out, corny studies that ain't worth the paper they're written on. They ain't worth the paper they're written on because it was either done by you guys or they was paid for by you guys. And y'all thought somebody was dumb and wouldn't catch on to that stuff. Okay, I mean, it's easy to look up. Who paid for the Harvard study on Ashkenazi DNA? Guess who? The JDL. Gee, I wonder why it's biased. Gee, I wonder. Well, we always find our DNA in the Bronze Age. Yeah, but you don't ever find any before that, do you? No, you don't. You don't find any African markers in your DNA, do you? No, you don't. So what's that tell you? You are not from that area because the original people of that land, guess what, y'all? African. They carried African DNA, African haplogroups. So, yes, you can have a whole different haplogroup and still be from that area. But guess what? You're going to have African markers in your DNA to show that you were from that area. And there's no disputing that. No matter how you twist it, no matter who you pay, there is no disputing that. And guess what? They have none. No African history whatsoever. But guess who does? The Sephardic Jews do, and the Mizrahi do. Why? Because our African ancestors went to where those people were living at the time, and let's get it on. Let's get it on. Somebody rocking, knocking their boots. Ba-doom, ba-doom, ba-doom. Yes, that's what happened. That's what happened. But nobody went up to the Rhineland. Nobody went to the Rhineland. Matter of fact, I said this the other day. They later got kicked out of France. Came down to Spain, where our ancestors were. And they was trying to get with them. Our ancestors said, nah, we don't mess with y'all. Anybody who messes with the weird speaking pale people, y'all getting out. That's really what happened. Y'all getting out. Y'all do not mess with them. They said nobody mess with the Germans. You can mess with the Spaniards. You can mess with the Arabs. You can mess with the Africans. Do not mess with the Germans. That's what they said. So guess what happened? Some of them same Germans went and lobbied to the royals and got the Inquisition started. Ooh. Yeah. So, when our ancestors got exiled out of Spain, just like what happened in Jerusalem in 70 AD, the Hebrews got exiled out of Spain, but the non-Hebrew Jewish got to stay. Because what? They were a different color. Right? Then, the slave trade. Oh, the different color Jews now they can get some of that brown sugar. Now they can get some of that Hebrew up in them. Yeah. Now they can be part of this covenant that they want so bad. Now they can do it. But guess what? Guess what? They seen what the brothers was packing. They said, oh, no, they can't touch our women with those things. Because we can't follow up after that. What we gonna do, we gonna get they women. We gonna get they women, and we gonna start having kids with they women. And then they thought about it. Wait, what? If we have a child with that child does not follow the lineage, okay, we gotta change that. We gotta change it to the mother then. That's what we gonna do. We gonna change it to the mother. Even though that ain't what the Bible says different, we gonna change it to the mom. That's what we gonna do. That's what they did. That's why it's backwards now. Yeah. There were no other excuse for that, except for the fact that they was raping Hebrew women. So they can get that covenant in their ancestry, in their lineage. They thought it was gonna work like that. It don't. Just because man changed the rule doesn't work like that. But slow in the mind, they don't understand that. They don't read the Bible. They don't understand the Bible. They don't understand it doesn't work like that. You get what I'm saying? They have no understanding of it, so they don't understand that it doesn't work like that. They don't truly understand the meaning of divine. Now, I'm not saying all of them don't, because there are Orthodox ones who actually follow the Torah. They know what it means. They know what the deal is. It's the other ones. It's the other ones that read that nasty little book. They have no clue, as to what the Bible says, as to how it says to do what. That's why they have no clue as to who they really are. You get it? Because if they read it and knew about it, they would know who they really are. They're in the Bible, just not as who they think they are. It tells them who they are. It tells them they are liars. Does it or does it not? We all know it does. We've read it plenty of times. We see it all the time. Revelations. It says it. It says a lot of stuff that they don't know about. But we do. We know about it. They wish we didn't. They tried their hardest for us not to know about it. We can read now, Massa. I can read now. I can read and think for myself. Yes, we found that shit out. Whole world is a lie, bruh. The whole world is a lie. The devil is a lie. The devil is a lie. I just got done watching the Pierce Morgan interview. He had a homeboy from the Young Turks, what's his name, Sink? Two females. I don't know their names. One's Aaron something, the other one's some Iranian-born Canadian broad, and other one's like Dave Smith or something. I guess. Man, they mopped the floor with these two females. You can tell the two females were paid by a certain state government, and they got the floor mopped with them. Sink and this other Dave Smith guy, who's actually Jewish, mopped the floor with these two women. Mopped the floor with them. Made them look like idiots. All because these two women, who have never been to war, who are never going to go to war, are pushing and those two men got up there and mopped the floor with those two women. My whole thing is, how are you never have went to war, never going to go to war, pushing for other people to go to war for an entirely different country. How does that make sense? If you want to go to war so bad for this other country, sign your butt up for the military and go to war for them. Instead of sitting here on the internet bumping your guns. Sign yourself up, go put on some BDUs, grab an M4, take your butt over there to the Middle East, go join the IDF or something, go put some boots on the ground and go fight for them. Stop volunteering our kids to do it for them. Go do it yourself. Volunteer yourself to go do it. What did Huckabee say? Well, if they can defend themselves, then they have that right. What was the key phrase there? Defend themselves. Not somebody else defend them for them. Defend themselves. Go do it. Shit. When I was in Iraq, where was they at? I ain't seen no Israelis in Iraq. I seen some Brits over there, some Australians. I ain't seen no Israelis. None. I even see some Kuwaitis over there fighting with us. I ain't seen no Israelis though. None whatsoever. Hey, let me ask y'all a question. The so-called curse of Ham doctrine. Y'all know about that? You know that's what they used to justify slavery back in the day, right? Here's what the curse of Ham doctrine was. Okay, so Noah had how many sons? What, 3? Ham, Shem, and Japheth? Japheth, whatever. Ham saw Noah drunk and naked in his tent. It's implied kind of that Ham might have did something to a drunk Noah. Drunk Noah woke up probably a little sore or something. And cursed Canaan, Ham's son. Did not curse Ham, cursed Canaan, Ham's son, to be a slave to his brother, Shem. Right? Well, the colonizers, the enslavers, the Europeans decided they were going to try to just use the Bible to justify slavery, even though there is slavery in the Bible, but it's not chattel slavery, it's actually indentured. So they came up with this curse of Ham doctrine. They said, hey, these people are descendants of Ham. They are cursed to be slaves. They picked these people up from West Africa. Okay, but Ham, his people weren't, Ham wasn't the progenitor of West Africa. Now, was he? No, he wasn't. Where were his people from? The Middle East. Am I right? Ham wasn't the one that was cursed. Canaan was. Where were Canaan's people from? The Middle East, right? So essentially, even though the curse of Ham doctrine was complete bullshit, what they were essentially saying is that this group of African people migrated from the Levant to west coast of Africa. And we picked them up from the west coast of Africa and enslaved them. No matter if that doctrine is BS or not, that's what they said. That's what they implied. They played in everybody's faces with that. Nobody thought about that and caught on to it. Hey, they're enslaving Noah's, at least that's what they're claiming. The doctrine was BS, but what? There was some truth to it, wasn't there? Wasn't there? They enslaved the wrong line, the wrong lineage. There was some truth to the migration, wrong lineage. See how they be playing in our faces? I be telling y'all, they telling themselves all the time. You just got to know how to catch them. They play in our faces constantly, y'all. Constantly play in our faces. That's just like the case of the Black Madonnas. The Black Madonnas. Yes, the Black Madonnas. What are the Black Madonnas? The Black Madonnas are these spiritual statues over in Europe. They're statues of Mary, the Mother Mary, Jesus, baby Yahweh Shah. These things are solid black. They're solid black. All 400 of them. All 400 of them. These things are so black, they painted some of them because they was catching backlash. They painted some of them. And when they got painted, oh, people went nuts. People went nuts. Like, why did y'all paint them? People went nuts because they knew they were supposed to be black. I mean black, blackly black. That's what I'm saying. They be playing in our faces all the time. Then you see all the videos of Putin pulling out the icons. What color are those icons? They're always black. Always black. The Russians don't deny it. The Russians do not deny it. Do y'all think that's probably what their big problem is with those people? Because y'all do know that's why they went to war with Ukraine. That's one of the reasons they went to war with Ukraine. Because those people was trying to get up into Ukraine. Ukraine was going to let them. Because you know they're originally from that area. That's their real homeland. Well, Putin said, nah, we not having this again. Because y'all know the Romanov dynasty tore them up one time already. That whole Tartaria thing, that was them. That was them. And the Romanovs decimated them, destroyed them. That's why there's such a big beef between them now. Oh, somebody got some brain cells. See, they be thinking we stupid, y'all. They think we don't read. They think we don't know stuff. We don't retain knowledge. They think we small-brained. No. See, that's what y'all get for misconstruing history and messing up history. A lot of the stuff y'all got today was invented by black people. I ain't gonna claim all of it because I'm gonna keep it real. A lot of the stuff y'all got today was invented by black people. Not all of it, no. I'm just gonna take credit for where credit's due. I'm not the type to take credit for the shit that we didn't do. I'm not that type of person. Alright? I ain't gonna sit there and tell you Christopher Columbus was black. No, that's not me. Okay? I ain't gonna sit there and tell you Nikola Tesla was black. That's not me. I will tell you though, Nikola Tesla had a theory that black people had free electricity in Egypt. Oh, you don't believe me? Look up Wardenclyffe Tower. He rebuilt it. He rebuilt it and it worked. That was his theory. It actually worked. Wardenclyffe Tower. Now, what was his theory on that? His hypothesis on that? That was what the Great Pyramid was used for, and that's what obelisks are used for. Were used for. Obelisks were like the transformers that we see on top of the telephone poles. The Great Pyramid was the actual powerhouse. The Ark of the Covenant was kind of like the battery, I guess, or would it be the alternator, I guess, inside of the Great Pyramid, where that sarcophagus box was that they never found a sarcophagi in? Yeah. Because under the Great Pyramid is an aquifer, a water aquifer, and it goes up and down, up and down, up and down. Well, I am not Nikola Tesla, but there's some kind of way you can make electricity out of that. And it came out the top, and it was wireless, and it went to the obelisk. The obelisk spread it out because the obelisks were in different neighborhoods. The obelisk spread it out to the houses. That was the same premise behind Wardenclyffe Tower. When he built it, it actually worked. Free electricity, wireless. He got that idea from Egypt. Just like the Baghdad battery came out of Egypt. It was a clay pot. You would pour an acidic liquid in it like orange juice. You had a plunger that was wrapped in copper. You stuck it in there. You had, on the other side, you had wires coming out of it. You touch those wires together, you got electricity. You could hook a light bulb up to it. It came out of Egypt. They have the Dundera light bulb out of Egypt, which they try to say was the essence of the lotus flower. Man, that's a light bulb. That's a light bulb if I ever seen one. All came out of Egypt. But seeing how we don't have people our color that are Egyptologists, we don't have people our color that are historians or linguists. If we do, they are very few and very small in number, and probably don't get taken serious. And their work probably gets buried, a lot of it. We don't have them in place to say, hey, this is not what y'all just said it was. We had Sheikh Anta Diop, and y'all, we all know what y'all tried to do to him. We all know what y'all tried to do to him because he had his foot up y'all giant run pot constantly. And y'all couldn't do nothing with him. Because he was too good, too smart. Y'all couldn't wait for him to go away. That's what we need more of. We need more Sheikh Anta Diops. That's why they pushing us so hard. They brainwashing us so hard to have our kids be athletes, to be rappers, singers, and stuff, instead of pushing our kids to go to college to be linguists and historians and stuff. Because they don't want them to do that kind of stuff. Because then that takes away from them, their power. That means they can't manipulate shit. See what I'm saying? That's how they get to manipulate the stuff. It's because they have the people in those places, those higher places of education, those higher institutes of education, to where they can manipulate that kind of stuff. We need to get our people in some of those places too, to where we can level the playing field and say, hey, no, let's keep it 100 on the same playing field. Let's keep it 100. Let's be real with it. No lies. We ain't gotta lie. Let's tell it the truth. If that's Inca, we gonna keep it Inca. We ain't gonna say, hey, that was 13. You know what I'm saying? We gonna keep it 100. We gotta get our people in these spots, y'all. We gotta stop telling our kids they can be football players and rappers and shit. Nah, tell them nah. Take your butt to school. Take your butt to school. Go be an archaeologist. Go be an Egyptologist. You get to go travel the world. See stuff. Your language isn't Semitic. If you notice, a very big noticeable difference between modern Hebrew, what you guys like to call it, and Paleo Hebrew, which is real Hebrew. There's a big difference. Y'all wouldn't know that because y'all don't know shit about Paleo Hebrew. Just like y'all don't know shit about the Bible. That's why y'all don't know what the hell we talking about. That's why y'all don't know who the hell y'all really are. That's why y'all don't know our brother Yahweh Shai about to deal with y'all. The looks of it. That's why y'all prime minister sweating bullets every other day. Because he knows what's about to happen. Ridiculous. And some of y'all could actually be saved. Could actually be saved. But your ego is so big, you're so wrapped up in thinking that y'all are those people, that you guys are us, you don't want to get that up. Because you're thinking you're going to get that covenant anyways, but you're not. The only way you're going to get it is by getting your head out your ass, recognizing you are not them people, repenting for your sins, the sins of your ancestors, and accepting Yahweh Shai in your heart. That's it. Stop being a fucking heathen. Stop living lawlessness. Stop touching on things you ain't supposed to be touching on. Nah, y'all want to do shit the hard way. Do everything the hard way, huh? Okay. All right. When it's too late, don't say I didn't warn y'all. Don't come crying. Don't come crying back to the net, y'all. No, a lot of y'all gonna do it. A lot of y'all gonna come crying back to the net. Black people, can please come help us. Nope. No. Not gonna do it. Not gonna motherfucking do it. We gave y'all a chance. Gave y'all plenty of chances. Now, some of y'all cool. Like I said, some of y'all invited to the barbecue. Some of y'all definitely invited to a barbecue. Adam Sandler, I think he definitely invited. He seemed like he'd be a cool ass dude. But y'all Zionist ones though, boy. Oh boy. Y'all getting packed out. The Ben Shapiro's of the world, gotta go. Can't be trusted. You just can't be trusted. Snakes, bro. Snakes. And that's your own fault. That's your own fault. That's your guys' own fault. Everything you guys like to point at and call people anti-Semitic and everything, that's your fault. That is your guys' fault. Everything people complain about you guys about is your own fault. It's shit that you guys did. Just like people now complaining about the whole Gaza thing. Y'all did that. What you guys did to them compared June 12th or October 7th, whatever it was, compared nothing to what y'all did to them. Nothing. What y'all did was horrible. And if you don't think so, you're a monster. If you agree with what that government did to those innocent people, you are a monster. You are a straight monster. And you deserve what Yahweh Shai does to you. I'm going to let you know that one right now. And I do not feel bad for you. I do not feel bad for you, not one fucking ounce. women and children indiscriminately bombed. Indiscriminately bombed. And you sick fucks want to stick up for the shit. Well, on October 7th, they kidnapped like 1,200 of us. You sure they did that, or your government let them in? The supposedly best the best spy agency in the world. Please. Look just like a 9/11 setup to me if I ever seen one. Speaking of which, Israelis. Don't get me started on that. I'll go down a whole straight. Oh, a lot of y'all clicked off of that one, huh? I'll go down a straight rumble hole on that one. I'll go down a straight rumble hole on a couple of y'all, on a couple of things on y'all. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it because some of them I don't believe, but some of them, y'all did that. Some of them, y'all did that. Now, there is some things I will give y'all credit for. I will give y'all credit for some things. Like the whole Adolf Eichmann thing. Man, masterpiece, bro. Masterpiece. The way y'all went down to South America and grabbed his ass up, masterpiece. Masterpiece. I wish y'all could have got Mengele and Bormann and Hitler. No. Masterpiece. And then who's the one dude y'all left in the box? The Lithuanian dude. I can't think. Got his ass. And then y'all should have got that one cops dude too. But he took off. Mossad was on a shit there. I'll give him that one. I will definitely give him that one. But that's as much credit as I'm giving y'all. For the most part. For the most part. Because y'all done did some real evilness in this world. Y'all have done some real evilness in this world. Evil always gets dealt with, y'all. It always gets dealt with. Sooner or later, one way or another. I don't know. I hope y'all get it together, man. Stop threatening Tucker Carlson's family because he exposed y'all. He did his job. He did his job. Mike Huckabee needs to be arrested for treason because he's not for the Americans like he's supposed to be. If you have dual citizenship, drop your American citizenship. Take your ass over there to Israel. Live there. Stop bringing your ass back here. If you support us going to a war with Iran, take your ass over there and take your ass to war for them. Don't volunteer my child to do it. You go do it your damn self. I done went to war. I've been there. I know what it's like. If you ain't been, you ain't went, that ain't my problem. That ain't my fault and my problem. You're not sending my child. Send your child. Stop trying to send other people's children. Take your ass over there and do it yourself. Matter of fact, you can borrow my AR if you need to. I'll even teach you how to shoot it. Other than that, you guys, I'm done ranting and raving for today. I'm out this bitch. I'm gonna holler at y'all later. Peace.